sports a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears. Now the big leg of Matt Prater ready to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he spins through. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Let's go, let's go. Let's go. Alabama, 380.
They go play action here on first down. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Terrell Suggs in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Brady. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
I always love the opening game of the season, and for the players, always nice to get those firsts out of the way, isn't it? How about here? The first sack of the season. Not just in the first game, but in the opening drive. That's the way to get things kicked off.
On third down, that's Cohen. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. Third down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and then get anywhere close to the first down.
And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. And they'll run it here. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Set, 180.
On 2nd down, here's Stafford. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Aaron Lynch in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Play action. Stafford. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Aaron Lynch in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Tariq Cohen is deep for the Bears. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, he usually gets it done. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. A give to Howard. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
Go Bandit!
Throwing now is Brady. And Robinson with a big catch. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Into the red zone, it's Brady. And this one is incomplete.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you got to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. On play action, now Brady. Forced out to his left. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
On 3rd down, this is Howard. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
So that drive began at their own 3. They wind up getting 3 out of it.
And to me, the mentality to begin the drive, that was probably the key to everything. Let's just make sure we take care of the football, give ourselves some room, and maybe punt it away. Instead, it started at the 3, and it ended with 3 points.
So here come the Lions now. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Sliding out of the pocket. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Leonard Floyd. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. So after the INT, it's Brady. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Terrell Suggs in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Brady to throw on 2nd down. Flush to his right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback because that was awfully close.
On 3rd and long, it's Brady. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. Oh, he's got a little daylight. There he goes his left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. And now we've got a stoppage and a timeout here called by the defense. It's their first of this first half as they look to regroup and hopefully stop the two-point conversion coming up. Prater for the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10. Now Brady to try again after the pick six. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. From the gun, it's Brady. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Lions will take over. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Off of play action, here's Stafford. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. Wow, evasive.
Make a miss.
And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
On first down, they run Howard, and he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. The tackle made there by Jared Davis.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
On the handoff, this is Howard. Howard has the first down and then some. And down to the 16-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Now Howard. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And he's got this one down to the 10. 9 good yards here on the run, and now 3rd down.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Regular.
Here's Brady to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jared Davis. He's at the 50. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
After the interception, here's Stanford. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Leonard Floyd in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Out of the gun, Stafford. It's complete to Golden Tate. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives them a new set of downs. On 1st down, it's Stafford. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
They go with Howard to begin the drive. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Running with Howard, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. The Bears on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 11. They pitch out to Howard. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. Fielded at the 20. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Around the NFL, they're in the 2nd in Philly. And it's the Cowboys that have moved down to an early advantage. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Here's Stafford. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Hey, tag 50 left. Set. No 20. Zero.
From the gun, here's Stafford. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's going to be caught. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
21.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. This is caught. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kerryon Johnson, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions add on to their lead. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
They run with Howard. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Mendoza. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Third and 2, Stafford. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense,
and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker board?
Yeah, those two.
On first, they go right back to Howard. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Trying the right side with Howard. And he's into the clear. Touchdown, Chicago. Jordan Howard, 70 yards. And the Bears draw a bit closer. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Parkey adds the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. And Detroit getting set to go now. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you'd think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. He's going to let one flip, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Charles, when plays like that work, it's a thing to behold, but sometimes we see why they're very deep in the playbook.
And how many times have we been at practice and heard all the other guys chirping about, you know, I used to play quarterback in high school, I can do this.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Jordan Howard, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now, 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on, and remember what I said, it's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
Yeah, my bad.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he powers his way up past the 30. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And they'll go on the ground. And some space here. And they can't bring him down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
From the 50, Stafford. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Aaron Lynch able to disrupt yet another pass play. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. From the gun, Stafford. And he's going to go down again. Aaron Lynch. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Detroit. This is taken at about the 14. A little 360. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's got some space here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They go with Howard again. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go. The Bears on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Shotgun now for Brady. Steps away to his left. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Tavon Young.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Stafford. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. Pretty move. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And out will come the offense as they take over. And they'll run it here. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Brian Orakpo.
But he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Again, it's Howard. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Toss play, Howard, and maybe A measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. They go counter with Howard. And an alley to run. And now running right through it. And he's brought down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that. I
think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see
rush coming, and he's taken down. Terrell Suggs getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. After the sack here, 2nd and 11. Now Brady. Escaping the pressure right. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Brady. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Try to punch it in with Howard. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
So here we go on a 3rd and goal. This Lions defense, they haven't broken yet.
Goal 50.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Jordan Howard with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Bears will extend their lead. Parkey with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And my goodness, another interception. Eddie Jackson picks it. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of 2 halves, won't you?
Well, hey, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams will go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15. The Bears on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This will be 3rd and 15. Then on the ground they go with the running back. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. He's been terrific so far. It's taken to the 26. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. So out now come the Lions. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Stafford going up top. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Eddie Jackson picks it, and they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Well, when someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football, it's either beautiful or a disaster, and here it was the latter.
Nowhere in between, right? I mean, you're exactly right. It takes some fortitude to call that type of a play, but when it doesn't work, oh, boy, you wish you hadn't.
And all the way down to the 35. A huge play there for Chicago. 41 yards.
29, Alpha.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this.
Orange. 29, Alpha. Check it.
Brady now on 1st down. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
54, go.
Brady going to throw here. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the linebacker, Jared Davis. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
All right, here we go. 32.
Now it's Stafford. Flushed out right. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The clock still runs. We're at 90 seconds now.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
I don't know whether I want to be a fly on the wall or not when they hear the explanation of how he, one of the bigger targets on the field, the tight end could be that wide open and uncovered downfield. Who blew that assignment?
Somebody did.
No doubt about it.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Eddie Jackson picks it. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then gets with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Yeah, and how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They toss left to Howard. And some room to work. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Bears, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they